as a man who has proven his indices of all the developmental indices that the country Nigeria needs, I have been able to prove that you can do quite a lot with little resources. I have been able to bring Ebonyi State to compete with other states of the nation, irrespective of the date and time this our state was created.
Major items, that of security, that of unity of the country, that of the economy of the country, which involves infrastructure. And as a man who is known as the governor that turned boys into men, I would have said, yes, indeed, I would have done so. But I don't have to do so by being president. I will join the next president. I will join the next president to turn the boys in Nigeria into men. And therefore, I doff my hat and I assure you that as I withdraw now, vote for Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Vote for Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. The 93 delegates from Akwa Ibom, the hundreds of delegates across Nigeria, the 1,200 delegates that were ready to put me in office, I assure, I plead with you to unite our party, let equity reign, and bring in this man to take over from our current president, and we will support him. I will be there supporting him. I assure, vote for Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Nigeria should be a technology-driven nation. Now let me end this address by saying that our greatest gift, our greatest resource in Nigeria is the human capital. If with all these our younger ones, with all what Almighty has done for us, there is no reason for us as a nation to be where we are. Yes, we are on the right path, but we are not where we should be. But with concentrated effort, with concerted effort, we will get to where we are going. I can go on and on and on and on. But having said all this, let me now say this. First, I want to thank my brother that just spoke. Now, in the spirit of consensus building, in the spirit of the supremacy of our party, and most importantly, to hearken to the call of Mr. President and our people back home. For me, there's nowhere that is not home. But in where we find ourselves as a nation today, we must talk to ourselves. Yes, these are hard facts. For me, I don't care where Mr. A, where Mr. B comes from. But where we find ourselves today, of course, the presidency must go to the south. I want to thank my brother governors from the north. Thank you for your patriotism. Thank you for believing in Nigeria. That is the way it should be. I want to urge all my supporters. I want to urge all of you that believe in me that we have somebody that can do the job. We will all rally around him to do the job. And it's no stranger to me. We have been together for quite some time. And that is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I believe with your support, with all of us coming together to support him, he will take Nigeria to greater heights. He will take Nigeria to the desired height. APC!
Armed forces and security services in order for them to do a better job of securing our country. Mr. President, this is the task before us today, and it is the task we are asking our delegates to decide on. And I must thank my brother governors for the work that they've been doing at the various subnational levels. We must continue to do that work. And our brothers from the Northern Governors Forum of APC have led by example by proposing to party members that the next candidate of our party, and by God's grace, the next president of our country, must come from the southern part of this country. And I have come to a difficult but necessary decision. And that decision is that we must look for the most appropriate person at this time to do this job. I am prepared to sacrifice my ambition to be the president of Nigeria. I am a young man. I still have a long time ahead of me. And one person that I have worked with in the trenches of democratic struggle and in the cause of governing Nigeria.
To a consensus, we were only able to do election in 12 positions out of the 78. In that spirit, and in the spirit of brotherhood, brought about by the decision of my colleagues, the northern governors, that power must shift to the south. I accepted that position then, and I stand by it now. For that reason, I wish to thank all the delegates here, all my supporters, for the wonderful job they have done throughout our campaign, and to tell them that we are trained to do what is right. We are trained.
There are so many things I feel that a woman is needed to be done in this country. That is the only thing Nigeria is lacking. Woman expertise, economical and selflessness. That is what major thing that we need in this country right now. The men don't pay for this place, so 40 years. Una don't need mama. I thank you people so much. But after I've seen the event of things and how things are going, I found out that we still need some more time for it to happen. So based on this, I am pleading with all the delegates to know that their vote is a lifesaver. We have our children to think of, especially their future. We have our mothers to think of. We have our nation to think of. Let them try and vote right for somebody who will be able to achieve all this for the brighter future of our children. That is what I'm pleading with the delegates. Your vote is a lifesaver. Please utilize it well for the right candidate. And I feel, as Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, that I should step aside for that lifesaver and the best candidate, who is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I urge my delegates, my supporters, my women, to please vote right and cast their vote for Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. That is what I'm pleading with you people.
One after the other last night, we saw 8 aspirants step down and sacrifice their ambition for another, 7 for Asiwaju and 1 for the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Let's turn our attention to Abuja, where we have Alhaji Farouk standing by. If you can hear me, Alhaji Farouk, seeing how things have panned out, how much difference do you think these 7 aspirants brought to the Asiwaju votes? How much do you think those votes turned the tide in favor of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu?
Did you ask a question? Because I'm not hearing you well. If I got your question right,
What impact did the stepping down?
What is the question, please?
What impact did the stepping down of those aspirants have on the on Asiwaju's votes in the final analysis?
No, of course. In truth, Asiwaju, I mean, the PDP, the APC did what is best for the country and what is best for the party. If they had done otherwise, it's like shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, we're having issues with that connection. We'll return
to it. He's a performer par excellence.
Okay.
And he is all that the party requires to win the election. If you note, the PDP has Atiku, the MMPP has Kwankwaso. Today, we have Asiwaju emerging as the APC candidate. They are all from the political college or the political institute of Shehu Eradua, which is known as PDM.
Yeah.
So I think that the other parties will not be too happy with this, but I think that for the APC, they have chosen the best candidate. Anything short of Asiwaju should have disintegrated the party, and I think they just did right today, and I salute them for it.
Well,
Some candidates that stepped down, they did what is right,
yes,
and that is how consensus should be. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we have rewritten the meaning of consensus, because consensus today, a la Nigeria, is that 5 of us want a position, but somebody somewhere will go and announce something else. And I think the chairman of the party did a great disservice to democracy. He also did a great disservice to the president. Because even if in their private conversation that was the impression of the president, he shouldn't have presented it as he did. So I think today, democracy is the winner.